Okay, there we go. Everything is all set up. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of Tennis Ace with your host, Fallenwolf. Oh! I am excited to get back. I am so excited to get back into this visual novel. I have been enjoying every bit that I've played so far, so it is very exciting. It is very, very exciting. And I can see we are still having some technical issues with OBS or YouTube or whatever it is. Again, I will try to do my best to get through them. We will all get through this together. Is everyone excited? Is everyone excited to keep going with this? Because I am. I know that I am very, very, very excited to continue Tennessee's. Even if I've never played sports in my life. Well, in no, in high school I never played sports either. Except for gym. I don't know if anybody remembers. Remember gym in high school where you are required to play a sport? I was always the guy that went more. I was always the one that always went more for something like badminton. I played tennis once. I usually went for something like badminton. Never really was into the football thing. Baseball was okay though. But I'm going to give another minute or two for everybody else to join before I continue on. And then we will keep going. Again, I am very sorry about the way that it is lagging. I really don't have any control over it. I'm trying my best, but I really don't know what to do. I don't know if it's YouTube, I don't know if it's my computer, I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi, a mixture of both. But I'm not gonna let that bother me. We're gonna get through this together. We're gonna have a great time today. I think I'm feeling it. We're gonna have a good day today. But since we are here, I did want to bring up some ideas I was having for this channel. So, I have been realizing that a lot of pretty much just about all of my content is what you would consider NSFW or 18 plus. How would people feel about me continuing to keep that content? I will continue to play the visual novels that I've been playing, the 18 plus. But how would people feel if I started to push out, expand a little more, start putting some more furry stuff in there that isn't necessarily 18 plus? Because one of the issues I was thinking about with my channel is I'm not sure it's very accessible for younger furries to get into. And that makes me feel bad because I really believe it's already hard enough for younger furries to get into the fandom due to a overabundance of NSFW content. I'm not exactly sure what I would do. One idea I had in mind was reading like pages from furry webcomics. That was one idea. That was probably about the only idea actually. So just an idea I thought about. If anybody has any suggestions, please let me know. I really do want to make this channel. I really do want to make this channel feel welcome to more than just adults. I really enjoy the fandom, and I really want to interact with, a lot of people. Yeah. So that's just an idea I had in mind. That's all. But anyway, I think we have talked long enough. I think it is time that we get to the game. Because I know that everybody is overly excited to continue with Tennessee's. I'm excited to continue with Tennessee's. I'm really loving Suichi, Kiski, and June. I'm still not sure exactly which one I'm going to choose. I have some ideas in mind, of course, but I'm not really sure which one I want to choose. So but I don't know when I get locked into a path, but I'm sure it's coming up soon. So, all right. So let us continue from last time, which I believe was this path. The classroom is excessively noisy first thing in the morning. It's already been a few minutes since the bell rang and our teacher hasn't shown up yet. I wonder if something's come up. Hi, Lewis from B Stars. How are you doing? Hello, Lewis from B-Stars. How are you doing? He looks like an adult version of Lewis from B-Stars. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Just saying. Good morning, students. I'm sorry for the delay. Now, if everyone could please return to their seats. Speak of the devil. And before I forget, there's something you all need to meet. There's someone you all need to meet. The stag looks out the still open door at someone that I can't see. Come here, introduce yourself. That's right, Cobb. June-kun was transferred to my class today, wasn't he? The tiger walks into the room, slowly making his way to the front of the class. His eyes are focusing everywhere but on the other people in the room. Oh, it looks like he's totally panicking. I'm Jun Kabashia. It's a pleasure to meet you all. He makes a robotic bow and starts walking towards the free chair. Wait! Kobayashi, you have to write your name on the board so others can know how to spell the kanji. Yes, just 1 second. Several people laugh at his nervousness. I myself think it's a bit endearing. Yuichi, are you getting a crush on them? We still have I thought we had a longer time to decide who we want. I'm still not sure. You can't put me in this kind of predicament. He walks back to the board, writing down his name in big shaky letters. It's a pleasure to meet you all. He bows once again. He looks to be on the edge of a panic attack. Very well, Kobayashi. You need an empty seat. Let's see. There's one next to Michimiya. Why don't you go there? Yes, Yuichi-san, hi! He waves enthusiastically at me. Everyone's eyes are focused on me. Can he be a little more careful? Oh, real quick, is the sound okay to everyone? Is the sound okay for everyone? I just want to make sure the sound's okay. The music's not too loud. You can hear my voice well enough, right? It's not too bad, right? Date the tiger, flip and slide. We just started. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. June is a cutie, and I have a thing for the shy boys. But then there's Suichi. Suichi's like your best friend, and I'm a sucker for like romantic tropes. And then Kisuke, I don't know too much about. I don't really know enough about him to really make a decision on how I feel about him yet. I don't know though. They're all very cute in their own way. Especially June. June is a freaking cutie. I love him. Oh, they're good music. Oh, Yuichi. Good morning, Yuichi-san. And just like that, people are already whispering about it. Ayako leans forward, tapping me on the back to get my attention. You know him, Yuichi-kun. I met him yesterday after I met with Katsuragi-sensei. I gave him a tour of the school. Oh my, that's pretty nice of you. I would have done it if I know he was still around. Ayako, what's he saying? And just like that, a telephone line has already been formed to discuss how I came to meet Jun-kun. Wait a second, why am I the one getting all the attention here? He's the transfer student. You're really popular, aren't you? Not really, they're just incredibly curious people. I wish I had that many friends. I wouldn't really call them friends, more like friendly acquaintances. Isn't that the same thing? I shrug. I expected to be bored by the classes, but dear God, did they have to be that boring? Most of the students are already getting packed and heading home. Club activities haven't started yet, so most of the students have nothing to do after class. Hello, DX547. How are you doing today? How are you doing today? How is everyone doing today? As I said before, I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Virtual hugs from over here in the US of A. Big, fat virtual hugs. Only competitive clubs like mine or Suichi's have been giving permission to start early. I think I'm going to laze around on top of my desk for a while longer. Some other students seem to be doing the same and are sticking around the class to talk to their friends. Must be nice. My friends are all super enthusiastic about their respective clubs, so I'm sure they must all be headed there already. I hear the sound of someone clearing their throat, and when I look up from my desk, I see a tiger standing there looking down at me. Excuse me, Yuichi-san. Would you mind showing me to the staff room? I don't know how to get there. Why me? Shouldn't you ask one of our teachers? Well, the thing is, he already left. I look at the teacher's desk and confirm that his words are actually true. Isn't the teacher supposed to stick around for a few minutes in case their students have any questions? What's up with the school and all their lazy teachers? You're the only person in here that I know, so I kind of figured it'd be better if I asked you first. Well, I would, but I have the tennis club to get to. Remember how I told you I was on the tennis club? I'm doing good, DX. Thank you for asking. Very good today. Very excited to keep... Very excited, especially when I have such wonderful subs and people watching, and such a wonderful visual novel to play, because Basket is a very good writer. Yes, the perfect excuse. Then how come you've been sitting around for the past 5 minutes without going anywhere? He's got me there. Well, either way, I really should get going to the tennis club. Oh, I know. How about you take me to your practice session so I can watch? You promised me you would yesterday. Don't you have to go to the staff room? I only need to get my class itinerary. I can do that whenever. Boy, you really need to get your priorities straight. Well, I guess Seiya wouldn't mind. She likes to show the club off to any interested spectators. And Coach is a weirdo, so I doubt he'd mind, if he's even present at all. Have I agreed to this already? I guess I can. Though I can't promise I'll be allowed to bring you in. We can still try. It's not like our practices are secret after all. Kobayashi looks incredibly pleased at the news. I swear he's radiating satisfaction. What a weird kid. Aw, he's so cute. June is so cute. Aw, I love June. He's so cute. Once we arrive, I have Jun-kun wait outside the building while I get dressed. I need to get Seiya's permission before I can allow him to come inside. A visitor? A visitor? That's kind of rare for you to be asking me this. Is that a no? Of course not. I'm fine with it if you want to bring someone to watch. Having someone watch you with interest is always a great way to get yourself pumped up. That's exactly the kind of answer I'd expect coming from her. I'm sure he's not going to be lacking on the interest for it. I messed that sentence up. Let's try that again. I'm sure he's not going to be lacking on the interest front, at least. She nods, smiling. So tell me, what's your real reason for bringing him along? You wouldn't just invite your other classmates. You saw through me, huh? To be honest, I feel a bit bad for him since he doesn't know anyone else in the school. So I just thought, why not, and brought him along. That's pretty... That's pretty kind of you, Yuichi. But we don't have any practice matches scheduled for today. Don't you think he'd be bored of watching us practice our shots? That shouldn't be a problem, Seiya-tan. Oh, fucking alligator, man. I'm not used to seeing alligator. Suddenly, a huge mountain of scales towers behind Seiya. Saya. Why do I keep seeing Seiya and Saya? The Saya, right? Saya. I keep messing up. What? Coach! Don't just sneak behind me. Sorry. I couldn't keep myself from overhearing what you guys were talking about. I'm gonna call bullshit on that. There's been a change of plans. We're gonna have a few matches today. But wait, what about our training menu for the day? Don't worry so much about that. Saya glares at him and looked at him on more than one occasion, left me visualizing the very image of death itself. And it has no effect on the crocodile. You left me alone for a whole month without even helping me make a balanced training regime, and now you're going to mess it up? If you keep fretting over everything when you're this young, you're gonna get wrinkly before you're 30. I'm half expecting her to jump on his throat any second now. Meanwhile, he merely laughs it off as if it were a big joke. You're almost hitting 40. Could you please start acting your own age? Who do you propose we play against? I'm okay with anyone other than K-kun. Kyosuke would cry if he heard you saying that. Yeah, I've been getting that a lot lately. Well, not to worry. I've already made arrangement to get us some new players to practice with. Did you invite players from another club? Coach scratches his chin with a cheeky smile on his face. Well, let's go with that. Wait here while I go call them over. Could it be? You know what's going on here, Saya-chan? I remember him telling me that he was coming over to visit today, but I didn't think that meant... Who's he? Can't you just drop the pronoun game and tell me who you're talking about? Why don't you take a guess? The sound of a familiar voice immediately catches my attention. Oh, who are these people? So we got a tiger, and I am Linux, I think is the black one. I think Linux is what you call them. Before I can even react, I feel a tap on my back and two figures come into view. Kato-kun! Saya rushes over to the tiger, locking him in a tight hug. I hate these names. I'm not good at these names. Morisaki Senpai? If I'm getting them wrong, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm trying. The tiger's grin widens. Hey there, Saya-chan, Yuichi-kun. I've seen you grown taller. This goofy-looking tiger was our club's captain back when I was a freshman. We were all surprised when he decided to go to college in America at the same time as he debated as a pro. From what I've researched, the college he went to has a big sports program that scouts players from all over the world. They definitely are one of the best environments a tennis player could hope for. During his time as an active player in the junior ranks, I'm so bad with words. Morisaki Senpai was ranked number 3 in the country. The Linux right next to him, though, I don't know him. Oh, and by the way, this. Oh, sorry everyone. I'm going to drink some water to take some time to regain my tongue twister. I don't know why I'm so tongue twisted today. Oh, and by the way, this guy here is a friend of mine from college. He's from a bit before my time, but he's an excellent player. The Linux smiles and offers me his hand. Kenema Sasuke, pleasure to meet you. Yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you too. This guy is really intimidating. Oh, Morisaki. I can't talk today, and I'm sorry. Oh, I hate this. The crocodile walks back to the course, grinding his teeth. Geez, don't wander around without permission. I went to the van to pick you guys up, and there wasn't anyone over there. Morisaki Senpai scratched the back of his head, laughing nervously. Sorry. The girl said it was too hot inside and left, so Kenema and I decided to leave too. I told you we should have stayed put, idiot. Hey, Kenema, back me up a little here. Coach sighs. Geez, you always were a troublemaker. Thank you, Manumi-san. That wasn't a compliment. Oh yeah, I remember this little dynamic fairly well. Morisaki Senpai's carefree attitude would always cause Coach a ton of problems. But come on, it's just so nostalgic being back here. How could you expect me to not have a look around? Alright, fine, I'll let this one slide, but you ruined my dramatic entrance. And by the way, where did the girls go? Oh, that's right! The tiger immediately lifts a finger up in the air as if he just had a grand epiphany. I have no idea. Coach... Whatcha? Coach conks him on the head. Then what was that dramatic pause for? Say so from the beginning, idiot. Why are you two ganging up on me? And Kenema, you knew from the very beginning, too. Wow, they're more of a wacky trio than Tsuichi, Keiukun, and I. Although I guess this is the kind of thing I expect from Morisaki-senpai. Coach sighs again, taking in a deep breath of air to recompose himself. Where was I? Oh, right. I've decided to reach out to some of our more successful alumni. Our school has always had a pretty strong tennis program after all, so many of our former students became pros. Since they all are pretty new to the professional scene, I figured they could spare us some of their time. Aren't I brilliant? Actually, we were coming to say to him anyway for the these words. These words are killing me. I'm gonna have to start like literally using Google Translate, like off screen, like after stream, like going on Google Translate to try to get some of these words down. Actually, we were coming to Saitama anyway for the Toza Nishi Challenger Tournament. We merely rescheduled our stay to come 5 days in advance due to the promise of free lodging and food. In other words, they took pity on us. What do you think, huh? Pretty neat, isn't it? Isn't it? Well, I do have to admit that I didn't expect this, and all this time I thought you were just lazing around at home. Coach's shoulders sag. You could try having some more faith in me, you know. When can we start the matches? Don't just ignore me. Forget it. He clears his throat one more time, crossing his arms to appear more serious than it really is. The matches can start once everyone is ready. I've also arranged for 2 female players to come over to practice with you and Kishina Sayatan. Oh, I'm gonna get over it. You guys will be playing consecutive 1-set matches. You better be prepared because we'll be practicing all the way through the school's closing times. You'll probably be playing 20 sets a day. 20 sets? That's impossible. With the average duration of a set, there's no way we can cram that much in just a few hours. Coach smiles. His toothy grin sends shivers down my spine. Oh, don't worry. Your sets won't last long at all. What's that supposed to mean? Morisaki-senpai gives me a slap on the back, nearly knocking me down face first into the ground. Come on, Yuichi-kun. It'll be fun. Can't breathe. Oh god, I'm gonna cough my lungs out. That slap effect was like... I was like, oh, that was terrible. It takes us a few minutes to track the female players down, but eventually all the preparations are made. I took the opportunity to go outside and give Kobayashi the all-clear to come in. Although some curious onlookers tried to stop their own practice to watch, Coach made sure to get them all back on track. Even then, people kept shooting glances at us every now and then. Yuichi-kun, why don't you serve first? Show me how much you've matured the past 2 years. Yes, Captain. In the end, Morisaki-senpai insisted on having me be his first opponent. On another court, Keikun is about ready to start his match against the Linux Sasaki-san. I take a couple of deep breaths, mentally preparing myself for this. I have to admit, I'm excited at the idea of playing against Morisaki-senpai again after so many years. I can't wait to see how much he's changed since going pro. Oh no, this is another one of those diagrams, isn't it? Damn it, Basket! Oh, that music! Okay. Okay. The music's not too loud for everybody, right? Hopefully not. Once the ball is in play, focus only on it and on my opponent. I toss the ball high in the air and bring down my racket to meet it, putting as much power into it as I can. The feeling of the ball leaving the racket was great. This might just be one of my best serves in a while. While I fully expected to get an ace out of it, Morisaki-senpai quickly reaches the ball before it can leave the court. He doesn't waste time being timid and immediately goes on the offensive, sending a powerful return to attack my serve. The ball bounces right on the backline, forcing me to move back a few feet. The resulting motion leaves my posture out of whack, making my shot slow. Before I noticed it, Morisaki-senpai dashes towards the net. No, that's not quite right. He was already on the net even before I hit the ball back. How did he get there so fast? He volleys the ball with force. I'm not even halfway through the court when the ball hits the ground and rolls away. 15-0. Ooh, that was a pretty wild serve. Do you really have to say the wild part in English? Even though I hit the ball with everything I had, he easily returned it to the worst possible spot. Not only that, he reached the net before I even noticed he had moved. His movement is completely different from 3 years ago. And the quality of his shots has improved a considerable amount. This might just have been luck, but... Yo, Yuichi, you there? Yeah, sorry. Crap, I was spacing out and didn't hear him call me. Play resumes on my court. This time I go for a slice that quickly escapes to the sides of the court. As if anticipating it, Morisaki-senpai does a quick sideways jump and meets the ball right into the center of his racket. His return paints a line on the opposite side of the court. How am I supposed to use my serve advantage when he's already countering my serve? I make a mad dash for the ball, barely managing to tap it. When did his shots become so heavy? I'm having a hard time just getting the ball to go over the net. If it keeps going like this, I'm bound to end up making a mistake. Wait, he's already at the net again? When did he... Senpai taps the ball back lightly, a drop volley. In the end, I've never had a chance to reach the ball before it bounced twice. 30-0. I can't accept it. I can't do anything against him on my serve game? That's ridiculous. I try putting as much topspin as I can on my next serve. As soon as the ball rises, it should spin out of control, making it shoot up higher than normal. If he can't adapt his swing, he'll miss the perfect point of impact. And even if he sees it coming, he'll have to move further back, giving me an opportunity to attack. At least that's what should happen. As if he realizes what I'm doing, Senpai immediately dashes to the point where the ball bounces on the court, hitting it right as it rises from the ground, before it has the chance to properly bounce. A rising shot is such a difficult shot to make. Even Keiku, the most skillful player in the club, can't hit those properly. Yet, this guy? Senpai hits it easily, sending the ball back to me. Still, this wasn't a perfect return by any means. This ball lacks power when compared to his regular ground strokes. The ball hits the ground a little short of the baseline. I can reach it. I try hitting a straight shot with as much power as I can. What I lack in control I can make up with pure firepower. Even if I can't put it in a difficult position, as long as I can stop him from coming to the net, I have a chance. Senpai has always been weak in his baseline game, even more so than the regular serve and volley player. As long as I can keep him anchored to the baseline, I should have a chance. Senpai reaches my ball easily and has ample time to prepare. He hits it with a full swing, sending it to the other side of the court. The ball is going unbelievably fast. I could barely keep up with it. Somehow, I managed to reach it. The very tip of my racket makes contact, and the racket is blown out of my grip. What? So much power. Senpai has always had a decent bit of upper body strength, but nothing like this. This is seriously bad. I can't even think of ways to deal with it. Volley, power, speed, control, technique. He far passes me in every single one of those. And I haven't even seen him in his serve game. I can't accept being beaten like this. Hey, Michima-kun, are you ready yet? It's time to resume play. Crap, I'm spacing out again. Keep it together. Feeling defeated right at the beginning of the game doesn't help. Just take deep breaths. That's it. Calm down. He's got me so worked up this quickly. I prepare another serve. Slice, topspin, flat. He's received every single one of my best serves without any trouble. Since there isn't anything that stands out as the best option, I'll just go with my personal best. Flat. I hit the ball with everything I have. This is without a doubt the fastest serve I can pull off. The ball must be going at least 190 kilometers an hour. There's no way he can reach it easily. Senpai manages to send the ball back, but I can tell from the stance that the shot can't possibly have as much power as the last one. He didn't have time to make a good swing. Against this weakened shot that is going towards my forehand, I immediately prepare to counter it. I concentrate every ounce of my strength on sending the ball right on top of the line, on the side of the court opposite to where Senpai is right now. By all means, it should be the best option. He shouldn't reach, and yet, the little voice in the back of my head tells me to prepare. Not only is he going to reach it, but he's going to send a strong ball right back at me. Left or right. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Bring it! I catch myself screaming from the top of my lungs. Before I even realized that I got this worked up. I don't care if I look lame, I just don't want to lose. No matter what happens, I absolutely don't want to lose. Somehow he managed to reach my best shot with absolute ease. If it's gonna be like this, then I have to make sure he can't go towards the net. If he reaches the net, it's game over. That's what my instincts are telling me right now. I have to exert myself to reach the ball. I jump towards it, nearly losing my footing as I do so, but I manage to hit the ball back with some semblance of power. As long as I make it strong enough, he shouldn't have an opportunity to dash towards the net. Senpai reaches it. I immediately start running towards the center of the court, so as to reach the ball regardless of his shooting it left or right. Huh? He tapped it. Crap, a drop shot. A perfect shot to take advantage of my momentary loss of focus. His stance didn't give away what he was going to do until the ball left the racket. For a fraction of a second, I'm rooted to the spot. Damn it, legs, move! I direct all of my energy to the legs and make a mad run for it. I jump towards the ball, hitting the ground with my chest. Shit, this hurts like hell. Still, I managed to miraculously tap the ball right before it hits the ground. The ball goes up just enough to go over the net. I relax for only just a second. Then a tower guard's figure eclipses my vision. He knew all along I'd reach it, and so he made his way to the net. I'm left defenseless as he hits the ball right over my head to take the point. There you go, game won by me, 1-0. Wow, this is getting pretty intense right here, man. This is getting freaking intense right here. This is like a tennis. Oh man. He flashes me a goofy smile. I feel anger surging inside of me. Most of it is directed at me. It takes every ounce of self-restraint I have not to lash out. Somehow I'm dimly aware that I'm baring my fangs. Senpai notices the look on my face. Of course he does. How would it be? He shifts around the spot and glares back at me with such intensity that I feel like I'm being shot dead. He has a very smug smile on his face, as if he's enjoying seeing me like this. It's enough to make me freeze on the spot. Oh, I like the look on your face, Yuichi-kun. Okay then, I'll play seriously now. Let's see if you can entertain me for a little bit. I'm completely dominated during its serve games. Wow, did we get dominated or did we get dominated? Holy crap. Yuichi got dominated, dude. What is this guy? Superhuman? Oh man. What is this guy? Oh man. I can't even properly return the balls at first, and he scores many aces off of it. Near the end of the match, I realized I didn't even get a single point during the whole thing. Wow! Not even a single point? Jeez. Yay, 6-0, I win. Better luck next time, Michima-kun. Senpai walks away laughing. I clutch my fists in frustration. My claws threaten to puncture the palms of my hands. It didn't take him 10 minutes to completely dispose of me as if I were garbage. This is so frustrating. Michima-san. Kisuke taps me on the shoulder. Looks like you didn't fare any better than I did. Wait, he has a deep voice. Looks like you didn't fare any better than I did. Did you even manage to score a single point? No, not once. It's so frustrating. Kiku nods. I wonder what their rank is in the World League. If I find out they're in the 700s or something like that, I'll lose it. I know what you mean. But don't worry. Last I checked, Morisaki-senpai was 421. Well, that makes me feel a little better at least. Oh man. Deep voice. I never had a deep voice. Well, that makes me feel a little better at least. Let's try to win at least one set by the end of the game. Right. Keikun lifts his hand up high and we share a high five. Aw. Alright, we get some interaction. Alright, I'm feeling pumped up again. Jun-kun is fidgeting uncomfortably at a nearby corner. That's true, he's been watching me this whole time. Did I scare him? I really need to get a grip. It won't do me any good if I'm so angry that I can't think straight. So, are you ready? I turn around and see Sasuke-san standing behind me, holding his racket in hand. His clothes barely have any sweat on them. It's as if the set just now barely even winded him. Which, considering how short it was, it probably didn't. Wouldn't even need to take breaks during the whole thing. The Linux smiles, and by that I mean that the corners of his mouth barely curve a little bit upwards. I saw a bit of your match. You're an interesting player. I didn't think a high schooler was capable of making Morisaki play seriously. This might be a decent learning experience. With no words, he begins walking towards one of the empty courts. It took me a few seconds to react and follow behind me. Ugh, him. Once we both took our positions, Sasuke-san grabbed a couple of balls and waved at me. Ooh, grabbing a cup. Listen, Kanema, I don't know you that. Listen, Kanema, I don't know you that well. You can't be just waving balls all willy-nilly now, can you? I'll take service if you don't mind. Since you already started with the serve last match, I'm sure you'll be okay with it, right? This guy's a little pushy, isn't he? But I guess I'll let this one pass. After the last match, I think I'd prefer having him take the first serve. I'm afraid of thinking about the psychological damage that getting broken on the first game would cause. It might be better to serve second so as to lower my expectations on the match. Or maybe I'm being too timid. No, this is fine. I should take the chance to see how he plays. Uh-oh. He's gonna probably get beat out again. Oof. Get ready. Kenema-san picks up a ball in his pocket and starts bouncing it on the court. After a few bounces, he gripped the ball tightly in his hand and focused on me. Something about the way he looked at me made me uncomfortable. It was like he was analyzing me, just looking for a weakness. He makes me feel uneasy. He tossed the ball high into the air and slammed his racket against it. It's fast, really fast. Not on the same level as Morisaki-senpai, but it might just be faster than mine. I reached the ball with a little difficulty and hit it back at him. Unfortunately, my return was shallow and the Linux wasted no time in attacking it. 15-0. You'll have to do better than that if you want to take a point from me. He said that with a smile on his face. Ugh, this guy pisses me off. By the end of the 20th set, I couldn't even keep myself standing. It took us over 3 hours to get it all done, with only a few minimal breaks here and there. And even then, when you consider how many sets it was, it should have definitely taken much longer. That's how overwhelmed we were. As soon as the last point was scored, I dropped to the floor, unable to keep myself standing. Even scoring a single point was hard. The best I could do was to get 2 games against the Morisaki-senpai. The girls, on the other hand, did a lot better than us. Saya even managed to take a seat from one of her opponents, Saya. Kobayashi stood over me, looking at me with worry. Are you all right? Maybe I should go get the nurse. I'm fine. The only thing broken right now is my pride. I forced myself to stand up again, heaving heavily from exhaustion. It's been a while since I've been thoroughly beaten like that. It's incredibly frustrating, but it also feels refreshing somehow. I'm sorry. I can't even remember when I last felt so completely useless. Suddenly, there was a wall ahead of me whose limits I couldn't even see. Instead of feeling discouraged, I feel a sudden burst of excitement. Well, I guess you had fun then, all things considered. Kinda made me wish I could play tennis, too. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed watching us. I'm still awed by the distance Morisaki-senpai managed to put between us in these 2 years. Just how did he manage to get so much better? How are you feeling, Michima-kun? Mostly frustrated, but, well, these kinds of things are good, too. Once in a while. You've changed a lot, you know. I guess I did change a little. Things are a lot tougher in America than I thought they'd be. I was pretty confident in myself when I first got there, but I was quickly mowed down by them. To be honest, there are currently 12 guys in our tennis program, and I'm the weakest one of them all. What? Oh! What kind of tennis players are these? I know any sport requires a serious amount of dedication and, and fortitude, but jeez! These feel less like actual tennis players and more like superhuman androids or something. That's a depressing thought. Still, I'm one that's surprised. I was pretty disappointed when we played our first set, Sorry, I guess I didn't quite live up to your expectations. Somebody gasped and started frantically waving his arms in denial. No, that's not what I meant. Well, it's true that I was expecting you to be much better, but to be honest, it's scary how much you improved over the day. You got used to my speed in a flash. By the end of the last set, I was actually struggling to score. Really, it didn't feel like he was struggling at all. Well, I guess we'll have to see how things go over the week. Morisaki-senpai was surprised, yeah, as if he finally realized he hadn't said a word about it yet. I'm glad we agreed to Mikado-san's idea. It's been so long since I've been to Japan. I'm still a bit jet-lagged from the trip. Can you imagine how tough it'd be if I played in the tournament feeling like this? How do you think you'll fare in the competition? I'm not too sure. The prize is pretty big, and it's worth quite a lot of points, so I'm sure it's attracted quite a lot of higher-ranked folks. And I still need to take part in the qualifiers after all. Kato, hurry up already. The van is already here to pick us up. Sasuke-san shouts from the entrance. Sorry to cut this short, Yuichi. I'll see you tomorrow. See ya. See ya. Sorry if my voices are fluctuating all over the place. I'm having a little trouble. That's okay though. I wave the two goodbye as they leave our building. You guys look like you get along pretty well. I nod. Morisaki-senpai used to be the club's captain when I first joined the school. Ah, that explains it. By the way, Kobayashi. Just June is okay. Feels a bit pointless to be so formal since we're going to be seeing each other every day. Well, okay. If I can have an excuse to drop all the stiff deference, then I have no reason not to. Was it fun? Feel like it was worth coming? Yeah, it looked like a lot of fun. The white hair felt like he was an amazing player, even though half the time I had no idea what he was doing. His name is Kisuke. You're right about him being an awesome player. Not very physically imposing, but he's very skillful and fast. That's why I hate playing against him. He just makes me run all over the place, and it's a chore. How are you such a good player? You're just freaking lazy as hell, and yet he's like one of like the best players. Like, fucking get out of here. I hate him. I hate people like that so much. Like, they're like freaking lazy, yet somehow they're like super amazing and stuff. You're like, how? You're like, how? How are you this good? June follows me all the way to the locker room. I put my bag on the bench next to my locker and sit next to it, picking up a towel from inside it. Crap, my legs are hurting so much that going home might be a problem. I start taking off my clothes. Upon seeing this, Jun-kun makes a weird noise and turns his back to me. Anyway, Yuichi-san, it was really fun watching you play. I think I might come cheer for you in the next tournament. Really? Thanks. That'd be appreciated. I finish toweling myself off and I spray myself with strong deodorant. Since I don't feel like showering at school, I'll at least make sure I don't stink of sweat. I feel bad. Is everybody okay? Everybody's like super quiet. No, really, is everything okay? I feel really bad because like everybody's like super quiet, and I'm like, nothing's wrong with the stream, right? The stream's good. Everybody's having a good time. You're not hating my voices too much. I feel bad. Is everybody okay? No, it's so quiet. No, I don't like that. No, you guys are scaring me. You guys are scaring me. Like everything's okay, right? Nothing happened. Nobody died. Nobody's deathly ill. I'm okay. I'm gonna trust everybody. Everybody's doing fine. I'm gonna keep going. All right. Like everybody's like super. Yeah, you guys are scaring me. You guys are scaring me. Okay, cool beans. I'm still. All right, we're good. We're good to go. You can turn back around. You can turn back around now. Junkun glances over my way before turning around slowly. Sure, I'll come. You could also come to my piano competition if you want. If I didn't have good hearing, I probably would have missed that last part. A piano competition? Those are a thing? Junkun nods a little more confidently. Yes, they're a pretty big thing in Japan. You can gain scholarships for big-name schools if you do well in those. Actually, I used to participate a lot when I was a kid, but anyway, I'd like it if you could come. Sure, if I don't have a game scheduled for the day of your competition, I'll go. I'm at least a little bit interested after all. Sorry. Yes, yes, they're gain scholarships for big name schools if you do well. Well, I've got to get going anyway. Thank you very much for bringing me over. See you tomorrow. See ya. I don't know what it is like today. Like my mouth is just not working properly. I lean against one of the lockers, letting my body get some rest. My whole body is sore. It's been a while since I've worked this hard. From the corner of my eye, I see K-kun entering the locker room and heading towards his locker. Damn it! Damn it! He punches his locker with full force, leaving a dent on the metal. Ooh. Kisuke. I get the feeling his match didn't go too well. Kisuke turns to me, his face is completely wrapped in anger. That damn Linux, that guy is so cocky. What happened? He seemed pretty nice to me. Came up to me after the last match and said, if that's how far you can go, then you should forget about placing in a national competition. Who the hell does he think he is? Damn it! Did he really say that? Also, spare the poor locker. It didn't do anything. That's a horrible thing to say, no matter how true it might be. Yeah, he did. I know I'm not good enough. I know that. He didn't have to say it. I grab Kisuke's arm before he punches the locker a third time. Alright, stop right there. I get that you're angry, but you really need to calm down. Punching things won't solve anything. What would you do if you severely injured your hand, you idiot? Sit. Sit. Yes. Good, he's not resisting as much anymore. I kneel down in front of him, gently inspecting his hand in search of any injuries. It's fine, just leave it be. Keikun tries to push my hands away, but I make sure not to hold on to him firmly. That's when I see a big cut between his ring finger and his pinky. Without hesitation, I press into it as hard as I can. What's the big idea? This. Wait, what's with this music? Oh man, what the fuck is with this music? I press the injury one more time, making him squirm. This is not fine. I'll pick up the first aid kit and treat your wound. You sit there and don't you dare move. Even though he seemed annoyed at my orders, he made no effort to get up. At least he's obedient. Looking at his locker, I can see 2 dents on it. Looks like one of his punches was right at the edge of the locker. Of course he ended up cutting himself. Takes a bit of work, but I make sure his wound is clean and disinfected properly. There, the cut is big, but I don't think it'll need bandaging. It'll probably be sore for a while, so be careful. Thank you, Yes? I'm sorry I yelled at you. I shouldn't have lost my temper. All you were doing was trying to help me. Don't worry about it. It was interesting, though. It was the first time I've ever seen you angry. Yeah, not my finest moment right there, I'll admit. Still, thank you for taking such good care of me. I'd be lying if I said I didn't understand how you feel. Don't think I'm not frustrated about the whole thing either. Maybe we should have a strategy meeting to think up ways to beat him. Keikun freezes mid-sentence. Actually, that's a great idea. You've adapted to them the fastest. Perhaps you can give me some insight into what I can do. I was just joking. Alright, it's settled then. I'll buy you some ice cream. What? What, if anything, does that have to do with finding ways to beat him? Keikun, I don't think... Oh, shut up. I want to thank you for today. Oh, he's blushing. Oh, so that's what this is about. You could stand to be a little more honest. Hold on. Keikun, I don't think... Oh, shut up. I want to thank you for today. Keikun takes off his shirt to get changed, though he quickly freezes when his shirt gets close to his nose. There's no way I can get away without a shower. Let's go, Yuichi-san. Nah, I'm already set. I point to the bottle of deodorant spray on the bench. Really? You think that's acceptable? Well, yeah, it's been enough so far. Do you have any idea how much we sweat today? I'm not going out with a guy that smells like a pile of rancid clothes. Can't you be a little less fussy? I'm already taking you out. The least you can do is shower. You never even asked me if I wanted to be taken out. Yeah. I don't know what's going on today. I can't do I cannot do voices today. It's like everything's so normal. Oh well. Fine. Get off my tail. I fished for a towel in my bag and start undressing. Keiko does the same behind me. I still hate being undressed in front of other people. I wrap myself in my towel before taking off my underwear and quickly make my way to the shower. I manage to get myself to a shower booth before Keiko even has time to get into the showers. Still, he manages to take the one right next to mine. They only have cold water in here. Oh, wait. Oh my, Yuichi looks kind of good looking. What a little headshot I can get of him. Keiko, I didn't plan on showering here. You know, I don't have shampoo or soap. I'll slide you some of mine under the booth. Oh, thanks. You know, you surprised me this time. How so? You're always going out with us, but you've never actually invited any of us to go out with you before. Hell, you're in my house all the time, and I have no idea what yours looks like. My house isn't exactly the kind of place I'd like to take guests, but I can see your point. I'm sorry for never inviting any of you anywhere before. It's fine, I'm not asking you to invite me over. It's just, when you get used to someone never asking you out, you get surprised when they do. I guess I kind of get what you're saying. Still, you helped me out. I feel bad if I didn't return the favor. Suit yourself. I have no reason to say no anyway. Who says no to free ice cream after all? Yuichi, a man after my own heart. You never say no to free food. You never say no to free food. Hold on. Come on. Sorry, I had to reload something. Checking some stuff real quick. There we go. I love the music. The music is really well done. I don't know who the composer is, but the music is really good. Keiko takes me to a shop a few blocks away from school. Funny, I've passed by the street a few times and I've never noticed this place before. Looks so chic, too. Wow, I never knew this place existed. Yeah, it's pretty great. I only found out about it last summer. Oh, it's one of those self-service parlors that sell ice cream by weight? I like places like those. They're always the best bang for your buck. While I'm standing around in a daze, Keiko quickly serves himself. The clerk writes it down on a card and hands it over to him. Quit standing around and get your serving. I'm gonna be sitting in that booth over there. Oh, right. I make my way to the freezer and see the various flavor stickers. They all look really tasty. I don't know if this is a date per se. But yeah, usually that's usually a pretty good idea. Usually. He's like, I don't need a shower. It's like, dude, the deodorant over the steak does nothing. The deodorant over the steak does nothing. Sorry, I'm just reading something. He looks kind of good looking. With a little head, shoulder, heart. Never. Okay. I'm gonna have to work on my Kisuke voice. I don't know why. Tennessee seems like it's been the hardest game for me to do voices for. I don't know why. I think it's been like trying to figure out the voices. I make my way to the freezer and see the various flavor stickers. They all look really tasty. I wonder if there's any price difference between flavors. Let's see, where's the menu? Huh? 1,800 yen per 100 grams? That's insane! A kilo of this would be more than my monthly allowance! Yeah, well, that's what I mean. You're still gonna be sweaty and slick, and depending on the deodorant, there's a lot of deodorants that say they're sweat-proof. No deodorant is sweat-proof. I can promise you that from experience. No deodorant is completely sweat-proof. Yes, it might last a little longer, but no deodorant is completely sweat-proof. And believe me, if you smell bad enough, you can still smell it through deodorant. It's like a musky smell, like an earthly smell. It doesn't smell great. It doesn't smell terrible, but it's not a good smell either. So, I do a complete 180 and sit in front of Keikun without taking anything. Why didn't you... Why didn't you get anything? You know what? I don't really feel like eating ice cream. The only reason I brought you here was so I could treat you. Just get something. How could someone be so oblivious? And more importantly, how can you be okay with treating someone to something so expensive? It's just... I'm not comfortable spending this much money on just ice cream. This much? Keikun's gaze flicks towards the menu for a second. Oh. He sits there in silence for a few seconds, analyzing what he's going to say. You don't know. Know what? His eyes widen in complete shock. What is this thing that I'm supposed to know? My name, you know what? We're gonna actually type this out. Give me like 2. Speaking of, we should also probably save. Kisuke has the. I guess Kisuke's the rich boy. I didn't think there was any rich boys in here, but I'm guessing he's the rich boy. Speaking of, let me save real quick before in case something happens. I always get scared that one time I'm gonna be playing and I won't save, and then I'm like, oh, granted, there's no choice. I'm going to try to figure out how to save this name. Give me 1 second, because I feel so embarrassed. Yuri. As soon as I can figure out how to spell it. U-R-U-S-H-I. H-A-R-A. Alright. We got it. Now to actually figure out how to spell. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to spell this word, that's why. I didn't even hear anything. Oh gosh, it scared the hell out of me.
Urashihara.
Oh, that's it. That's actually not that that's not actually not that hard. That is actually not that hard. Urashihara. Okay, that's about what it looks like. Okay, a lot easier than I thought. My name, Urashihara. Doesn't it ring any bells for you? No, should it? He gapes, looking even more surprised than he already did. Slowly, he leans over on his chair and whispers to me. Haven't you heard of the Urashihara Corporation? The biggest tech conglomerate in the world? You know, designers of the most popular computer operating system and phones? If I'm not mistaken, your phone was manufactured by us too. Us? Huh? Wait. Urashihara Corporation? Wait, he's that Urashihara? You're kidding. I guess it finally makes sense why you always treated me just like an average Joe. So, I guess you're gonna start treating me differently now that you know. My mind is completely blank for a few seconds. I'm just... wow. I finally snap out of the near trance I was in, having to clear my throat a few times to get my voice to work. No, I don't care if your family is rich. I was just shocked. Wait, is that why you never invite anyone over? Keikun shifts on his seat. Yeah, I gave up on having friends over a few years ago. Most people only seem to be interested in befriending me so they could enjoy the perks that come with being my friend. To be honest, I had completely given up on having friends who really care about me for who I am instead of what I have. You, Seiyasun, and Urata are the only people who have ever actually shown an interest in getting to know me for me. Just put all the ice cream? Dude, he just come on, some weirdo, whatever. We'll abbreviate to it. Come on now, did you not just hear what he said? He doesn't want to be treated any differently. Oh God, it's a horrible thing to say, but I can understand. People can be very shallow. Once I became a little famous, a bunch of kids my age started approaching me just because they thought they'd raise their status if they were seen with me. Not that I think my situation is even remotely comparable to yours, of course. Keikun looks completely stunned by my words. Oh man, I didn't expect this. Oh, my voices! I don't know. I can't do them today. I really can't do voices today. I feel so bad because like I'm really enjoying this, but my voices are probably like messing up. Ugh. Funny, I brought you here to thank you for making me feel better, and instead you ended up consoling me again. Thank you, Yuichi-san. Well, I'll be damned. I never knew this side of Keikun. Well, now you know why I don't mind bringing you over. So please, go get yourself some ice cream. After you were so nice to me today, I want to treat you no matter what. Kisuke basically kicks me out of the booth laughing. Alright, I'm going. Stop kicking my shin. Oh, splash art. We got CG! And it looks beautiful. Spent a good deal of time talking and having fun. I've already eaten most of my ice cream. The little bit left on the bottom has already turned into a soupy mess. That I will definitely not waste because this is one very expensive soupy mess. Thanks for coming with me today, Yuichi-san. It's good to talk to someone without worrying whether they're interested in me because of me or because of my family. I'm a bit curious now. Do Saya-chan and Tsuichi know about your family? I know for a fact that they're not the type of people to care about that kind of thing. Plus, Tsuichi's dad also makes quite a bit of money, so it's not like he needs any. Not as much as your family, though. At the mention of Tsuichi's name, Kisuke's demeanor immediately changes. Yes, very nice art. On his chair and whispers to me. Haven't you heard of the Shirahara Corporation? At the mention of Tsuichi's name, Kisuke's demeanor immediately changes. Actually, this just might be an opportunity to probe him about it. Hey, Keikun, I actually have a question. Yes? Why do you and Tsuichi bicker so much? You guys don't look like you dislike each other, but... Just as I expected, his entire face scrunches up at the mention of Tsuichi. It's not... I don't dislike him, it's complicated. That actually answered nothing at all. Okay, why? Kisuke sighs. I'm not really sure. He's a nice guy and I do like him, but he always ends up doing or saying something that pisses me off. But like I said, I do like him. So, you're like two friends who bicker. A lot. Something like that. I do think of him as a friend, yes. Good to know. I ready myself to get up and discard the plastic cup, but Kisuke holds my arm. Wait, it's my turn to ask a question. Oh, sure, shoot. Why does it matter to you whether we get along or not? That's hard to explain. Well, Tsuichi is my best friend. I've known him since we were little kids. Two of us are always spending time together. Betty Boop. What, the icon? I like it, though. I think it works. I like the cute little style. It was super cheap, too. I think somebody made it for me. I don't remember the artist now because it's been a little while, but and I'm no longer in the server that I got it. I was in, that they were in with me. I got it for like $10, really cheap. Well, Tsuichi's my best friend. I've known him since we were little kids. The two of us are always spending time together. And I also like you a lot. You're pretty dependable and easy to get along with. But even though you're definitely part of our group, it always feels like you're keeping your distance. I guess I worry that you're just avoiding us to be away from Tsuichi. Wow, I'm surprised Yuichi's so open with his feelings. Kisuke lets go of my hand. His fingers start tapping at the table in front of him. Well, that is untrue. Whenever I'm with you guys, I always worry that I'm going to ruin your fun. I mean, the few times we all went out together during spring break, I could tell how annoyed you and Saya were when he and I argued. I guess I was afraid I was being a burden. Wow, I didn't expect him to be so honest with me. Don't be, I won't lie. You two do get on my nerves every so often, but even so, it's nice having you around. You're a good guy. We're not going to forget that just because you and Suichi are fighting. My words seemed to strike him deeply as his eyes opened wide. Oh my gosh. No! I'm so conflicted now, because Kisuke's kind of nice too. I like all of them! Ah, damn it. Now I'm really going to be conflicted who to choose. Thank you, Yuichi-san. That actually means a lot to me. Keikun urged me to wait outside while he paid. It's gotten pretty dark while we were inside. It's actually a little cold. There, I've already paid. Wow, some of the stores are closing up already. What time is it? He fishes his phone out of his pocket. Almost 9 p.m. We were in there for a while, huh? Time flies when you're having fun. Couldn't have said it better myself. By the way, how are you getting home? I'm going to call my driver to pick me up. Want to ride? Nah, you know I live nearby. I can just walk. Fair enough. Really? I really won't be able to. Like, there's so many good choices right now. Fair enough. Thank you again for coming here with me. You have no idea how happy you've made me today. It was fun for me, so there's no problem there. I can actually believe you when you say that. Anyway, you should probably get going now. I'm going to call the car to come pick me up. It's fine, I'll wait with you until the car gets here. Don't be stupid, it's super late already. Just go home, your family's probably waiting for you. But will you be alright waiting here alone? I'll be waiting inside the store until they arrive. I do have a bit of common sense, you know. I'm not going to wait outside in the dark streets. Alright, fair enough. Have a good night. You too, Yuichi-san. Be safe and see you tomorrow. See ya. Damn it! There's such good interaction between all of the characters. There's a lot of good interaction between all of the characters. It's really making it hard to choose now. Really hard. The biggest tech conglomerate in the world. You know, designers of the most popular phones. If I'm not mistaken, your phone was... Oh, man. The bell. I was having such a nice dream, too, though I can't remember it anymore. I can barely even keep my eyes open right now. Hey! Ah, it's June again. Damn it! Like, all of them just come up to you, and they're all so handsome and cute, and you're like, oh, which one do I choose? Jun-kun walks up to me, his lunchbox in hand, giving me an energetic greeting. Seeing him so full of energy is so refreshing. Although it's probably because I myself have none at the moment. Care if we eat together? What is going on? I can't keep my voices steady. Like, they keep changing, and I hate it. Maybe. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm trying. Alright, Flip and Slide. Take care. He asks this exact same question every single day, even though the answer is always the same. During the first 2 or so days, I found it pretty annoying, but now it's a bit funny. I guess he's a creature of habit. Morning. Now it's Suichi's turn to show up. After we studied together for so long, it feels so weird not having him around this year. Or, at least it did for the first 2 days of class. Then he started showing up here all the time. And now it just feels like nothing's changed. Good morning, Suichi. Good morning, Suichi-san. Suichi's reaction to being called San continues to be amusing as ever. Suichi certainly is a weird person. He treats everyone with extreme deference and politeness, but the minute he becomes just slightly friendly with them, he completely drops all that. And what's more mind-boggling is that he expects them to do the same without ever telling them. But then again, I guess it's in his nature to be too considerate of other people to ever complain about it. If I asked, he'd probably just say that it'd be too petty to complain about something that small. Well, it's at least good to see that even after being placed in another class, Suichi is still Suichi. Good morning. Good morning, Jun-kun. Still, it was scary to see how easily those two hit it off. Normally, you'd be awkward around people you've only just met, but Suichi quickly eased Jun-kun into our little group. As a result, whenever Jun wasn't hanging around me, he was clinging to Suichi. Hold on that. Usil! Saya's greeting is the complete opposite of Suichi's, loud and full of energy. That's Saya, right? I really do apologize for one. The names are killing me. Like, I'm sorry, I'm English. I just want English. I just need American names. Besides that, too, I don't know what it is. I am actually, this is probably the most trouble I've had doing voices. Like, I just cannot keep them coherent. I'm gonna have to do some heavy practice after the stream's over. She doesn't seem to show any sign of being affected by the Spartan training that's been happening this past week. I wish I could say that's also refreshing, but it just pisses me off. Usu! Suichi imitates her greeting, electing a laugh from the bunny. I know. Misaguchi. Okay. Misaguchi-san, good morning. Zach, what are you talking about? Where did that come from? Like, no, I mean, that's a good message, but it just came out of nowhere. Saya gives June a nod of her head to acknowledge his greeting and proceeds to pull up a chair to my desk. By the way, Yuichi-kun, how are you holding up? Think you'll last through today's practice? Actually, I was wondering that myself. You seemed like you were about to kick the bucket when we went home yesterday. Well, my legs feel like they're on fire, but I'll live. How many sets have you played this past week? 50? 95. Saya cuts in before I even have time to answer. What? Seriously? That's like 4 full set matches a day. I feel tired just thinking about it. Which is ironic, given that you overwork your teammates on a regular basis. I don't really think so. I've been doing the same and it's been pretty easy. Saya's crazy assertion shocks Suichi so much that he chokes on a piece of meat, nearly knocking down Jun's food as he hits the table. Yeah, but you're a demon when it comes to stamina. What? How rude! If she held the other club members to her own standards, we would all have died a long time ago. Sorry, checking something real quick. Okay. Go on. Saya crosses her arms, pouting. For some reason, probably the exhaustion affecting my judgment, I find this to be absolutely hilarious. Ow, 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 it hurts when I laugh. Ow, ow, it hurts when I laugh. Are you sure you're going to be okay? Don't worry about him, Kabashi-kun. He deserves it. Hey, are you seriously saying I deserve to be in pain because I laughed? Give me a break. That's a little harsh, even from you. Not to worry, though. I'm completely fine now. That's a lie. By the way, what's the score so far? I feel like someone just threw a bucket of cold water over me. 95-0. Suichi chokes once again. Jun was caught by surprise this time, immediately picking up his food and holding it away from the desk. I guess he's starting to get used to this, huh? You haven't won a single set? Sheesh, talk about a bad running. You guys are going to kill me like this. Well, at least you're not commenting on this topic. I already feel a bit better because of that. The boys have it rough, though. Both Morisaki-san and Sasuke-san are ranked over 300 on the WTF. Suichi whistles in admiration. That's impressive since he made his professional debut 2 years ago. I thought he was still around the 700 ranks. I thought they were just regular college students. Well, I don't blame Jun for not understanding since he doesn't know the first thing about tennis. I'm sure in any other sport, if you said someone was ranked 300, no one would probably think much of it. But considering how much athletes are registered in the WTF, that's kinda impressive.
They are going through college, yes, but they're on a sports program of one of the top training centers in the world. It's not even comparable to the stuff we have here in Japan.
Saya is starting to get pretty excited. She's usually a big fan of anything related to tennis, so it isn't much of a surprise.
You've been there once, haven't you?
Now that he mentioned, I think I remember something like that. No, whoa! Saya, back up! Almost as if she were waiting for someone to ask her that question, Saya immediately props herself up on the table with a giant smile on her face. She nearly knocked Jun's food down, but once again, he managed to get it out of the way just in time. Jun looks so annoyed. He's just like, you, he's like, you bitch. See, this the thing is with this game is the friendship is really believable. Like, they do a really good job of the interaction. Like, you really can believe these people are friends. Although his face tells me he isn't exactly happy about the constant attacks on his food.
Yeah, I went over to the US last year to visit Kato.
What was it like over there? No, Junku, don't go there. Once she starts talking, you can't get her to shut up.
It was pretty confusing. Everything was in English, and I kept getting lost. But their equipment was top class, and every athlete had a personal instructor. It was so awesome.
I knew it. Suichi tried to say something, but gets cut off by Saya immediately.
And they have over 60 courts, each and every one of them equipped.
Oh boy. I love that little effect that just happened. Suichi reaches for Saya's shoulder, holding her tightly and pushing her back into her seat without much resistance. She simply goes along with it, having learned not to resist Suichi when he gets a little more forceful like this. After all, he's much stronger than any of us, so there's really no point.
Okay. Sounds like it was terrific, but can you please settle down? We're trying to have a conversation here, not a monologue.
Spoil sport.
Yeah, how dare I? I'm such a horrible person, the usual spiel, right?
He's completely unaffected by it.
Well, the training center does sound pretty good, though why don't you apply there too, Yuichi? If Morisaki Senpai improved that much in just 2 years, think of what it could potentially do for you.
Wouldn't work. I've only been allowed to use this center if I were a student at their university. Plus, it's one of the most highly sought-after tennis programs in the US. Getting in would be insanely difficult unless I studied like crazy in addition to being high-ranked in the national juniors rank. Suichi crosses his arms looking annoyed.
And that would be a problem because... I'm sorry, why?
It'd be a waste of time. I already know I'm going pro, so what would be the point of wasting my time going to college? If I have that much free time, I might as well use it for tennis. Suichi shifts on his seat looking away from me. It's easy to know what's going on in his mind right now, only partly because his argument has been happening a lot over the past year. He can't accept my decision and thinks I'm being reckless by refusing to go to college in case my career as a pro doesn't pan out. But at the same time, he's far too considerate to just say it outright. You're an open book, Suichi.
It doesn't hurt to have a fallback plan in case you...
I don't need one. I plan to devote all my time to tennis as soon as I finish school. Shouldn't you be looking to do the same? I'm quite aware that I'm being childish. Suichi agreed to meet me halfway, but I just don't want to compromise. His expression darkened for only just a moment. It came and went so fast that you miss it if you blinked. But regardless, it was there. He's not as good at masking his emotion as he thinks he is. He sighs, probably in an attempt to recompose himself.
I already told you I'm not going pro, remember?
Though he tries to say it as calmly as he can, his voice came out in a monotone. That alone is enough to tell me I'm stepping close to dangerous territory. It's not like this is the first time we've talked about this. I've already tried to convince him many times, and yet he always shot me down without even giving me a chance. My mind keeps telling me that it has nothing to do with me. I'm not the one that has to make that choice. I should just let it go. But before I know it, my frustration and annoyance well up so much that I can't keep my mouth shut. It's just so frustrating to see someone with this much skill completely giving up on something they're good at. Sure, I guess. Throughout this entire exchange, Jun's expression ranged from confused to uncomfortable. It's easy to see how this affects him, considering he has no idea what's going on. Sayo, on the other hand, did as she always does. She acted as if nothing was happening so she could steer away from the drama. Sly bunny. minutes after the other two have already left, June still looked uncomfortable after our earlier argument. The mood was so ruined at our table that Suichi and Saya just quietly finished their meals and left without another word. Come to think of it, since June only recently met us, he's never seen Suichi and I argue before. Sorry, June, I should have been more mindful of you. You alright, Junku?
Huh? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just a little lost. Do you guys argue like that a lot?
No, not a lot, but sometimes. No friendship is perfect. You can't get through life without a few rough patches here and there. But the only reason Suichi and I get like that at times is because we really care about each other.
I see.
Damn it, his mood's gonna be tanked for the rest of the day? Jesus, what have we done?
Oh, and speaking of good RPGs, there's this really old one that I really liked as a kid.
I was wrong. Not 5 minutes after that tense conversation of ours, June's mood has been completely uplifted. I guess I should be relieved about, and I should probably thank Komogawa for walking through her conversation when he heard me awkwardly trying to make conversation about games, but
I really thought that she would get killed, but the hero showed up at the last second and saved her. It was so cool. I really subverted the trope of...
I love June. He's such a, little cute nerd. Actually, if you can't get enough affection points, it's possible to get an alternate ending where she dies. All you have to do is...
They won't shut up about it. Oh, and during the final boss fight, you could...
Send help! Once again, the bell brings me back to reality. Jeez, I'm having a really hard time keeping myself awake.
Hey!
Once more, I'm greeted energetically by June. I appreciate his enthusiasm, but don't his batteries ever run out? What RPG? I like RPGs too, actually, a lot. I like RPGs a lot too, so I feel you. I feel you on that, Zachary. Yeah. Whatever, it's too hot right now. I'll just get hotter if I keep worrying too much.
Yuichi-san, would you mind if I tag along today too?
I don't particularly mind, but why today?
Those guys you've been playing against leave today, don't they? I just thought I might get to watch your revenge.
Is that so? Crap, why do I suddenly feel even more pressure? As expected, it's also unbearably hot in here. Why is it so hot today? We're in the middle of spring. Please don't let this be an indicative of how summer is going to go. No, don't think such thoughts. They only make things even hotter. Yuichi, I was starting to think you'd be late. I'm sorry to have made you wait, Senpai. Are you prepared for the qualifiers tomorrow? Morisaki Senpai's expression immediately turned bitter. I guess I'm still a bit annoyed that I haven't managed to beat Kemi in a single practice match so far. I've already noticed that even Sasuke-san is crazy good. How did you two even meet anyway? We go to the same college. Isn't it normal that we know each other? Although once Kenma graduates at the end of this year, I'm going to be pretty lonely. Sasuke-san is a senior? Yeah, he's the oldest Japanese player in the program. Not that there's much of a surprise, though, since there's only 3 of us there to begin with. Kenma used to be the #1 player in Japan during his time. You know, he's a pretty big deal even in our program. Really? How many players do you guys have over at your training center? We have 60 or so guys, I think. Kenma's the highest ranked of them all. Can you believe it? Wow, I had no idea Sasuke-san was doing so well. I guess it should come as no surprise that he's such a strong opponent. What about you, Senpai? How do you fare in the program? But me, I'm doing okay, I guess. What's your internal rank, then? But man, you're not gonna let this go, huh? I'm 37. A real far cry from Sasuke-san, then. I wonder what someone like Sasuke-san doing still competing in challenger events. What about your WTF ranks? I should probably have looked into it, but with so much going on recently, I forgot to. I'm 360, not too shabby, huh? Smile was very smug. Yeah, you're doing pretty good for yourself, considering how you've only been at it for 2 years. What about Sasuke-san? Kenma, he's 180. I whistle in admiration. Looks like he's cut from a different cloth entirely. He's only been in it for longer. I can totally beat him, I just need more experience. Is that so? Well, in that case, I can hardly wait to see what you're gonna do when you get more of this magical skill gap closing experience that you're going on about. Kenma! Mikdo-san sent me here to fetch you since we're about to begin practice, but I suppose you'd rather stay here and boast to your former underclassmen. Well, Kenma, wait a second! I have deja vu bells ringing all over my head watching those two interact. Yuichi-kun, could you get started with your preparation? The boys won't be able to stay with us for the entire day like they have for the past few days, so you'll only get one match against each of them. Yes, sir. I guess I should start warming up then. I turn around to talk to June, who has been silently watching me since we first walked into the building. Well, except for when I was getting changed. During that time, he was awkwardly looking away with his face beat red. I know Kenna he is grumpy. Kenma really is a grumpy little lad. Are you sure you're okay with me just leaving you here? It can't be that interesting. You can't be that interested in just watch our practice without doing anything. Don't worry about it. I have fun watching. Well, I guess I'll just do as he says then. Alright, if you say so. I'm gonna get started on my warm-up, but feel free to come talk to me until my match starts. Sure. Alright, we're gonna get started on our first match of the day. Oh wait, well, it's not him talking. Alright, we're gonna get started on our first match of the day. Murasaki versus Miya. Now, Yuichi-kun, do try to win at least once, will you? Shut up, I'm already trying to. Stupid crocodile sticking your stupid nose where it's not needed. Murasaki-senpai smiles at me, giving me an okay signal. Just like in our first match, he's asked me to take the first serve. I'm afraid of getting it so easily broken like last time, but I want to test myself. I can feel that I've made substantial progress since our first match. I want to believe that I can at least keep my serves, not outright win a set. Oh boy, it's another tennis. It's another tennis match in this tennis ace game. Welcome to Miya versus Miyazaki. I think that's how you say it. Alright, it's time to get rid of all that sleepiness and laziness that I've been feeling all day. Now is when I need to focus the most. I toss my ball into the air and hit it with as much power as I can. As the ball leaves my racket, I can already tell it's going to be a good serve. Unlike in our first match where he easily reached most of my serves, this time Senpai barely reaches the ball in time to hit it back, returning a weak slice right back. I say weak, but in reality there aren't many players my age that could return a ball to such a tight spot. The way it is right now, even if I have the advantage, I can't just clinch the point like I usually do. I have to be very careful of the placement for my shots. Make a mistake in my shot selection and I'll pounce on it like a predator. I settle for a shallow cross court, hitting on an acute angle. Usually a fast angle shot would almost certainly score the point, at least where the junior level is concerned, but Murasaki-senpai's defense range is so ridiculous that I'll surely reach. He manages to return the ball at the last second. He then immediately starts running towards the net. It seems I'll have to drive him out there by force. No matter, I was already expecting this development anyway. Instead of relying on some delicate control I don't have, I just decide to spike the ball with everything I have to the other side of the court. While my methods may be crude, I managed to drive the ball past him, scoring the point. Oh, he got a point. 15-0. Look at his face tells me he's frustrated. Well, of course he'd be. For someone looking to play serve and volley, not being allowed to get to the net is one of the most annoying things possible. Even if he's leveled up in all parameters, as long as I don't allow him to surprise me, he shouldn't be able to just walk over me. I can put up a fight. This time I attack with a slower, however much more spin-orientated serve. The sudden change in rotation catches him by surprise, forcing an error. 30-0. Yes! I pump my fist in the air. All those endless hours of practice are paying off. I've somehow managed to level up my skills during this week of hellish training. And yet, Murasaki-senpai doesn't look all too worried about it. Either he has the world's greatest poker face, or he doesn't think I could have caught up to him in these 5 days. I'll show him. As soon as play starts again, I'll make sure to pin him down with my serve. His baseline game is currently improved. It's come to a point where he can even hold me, a dedicated baseliner, back. Still, there's nothing more than the difference in experience. To begin with, there's never been any fundamental difference in the way the two of us hit our ground strokes. He just knows how to use them better. In that case, instead of trying to corner him with my strokes, I'll just keep him from using those legs of his. When I finally allowed myself to properly watch him, I realized that Senpai's strokes were still fairly crude. While his volleys were incredibly delicate and controlled, he wasn't all that confident in his ground strokes. That's when I realized Senpai's true strength. He had a footwork like no other, capable of reaching balls most players would deem unreachable. Oh, I'm sorry. That's so childish. I'm sorry. I know it's childish, but just that capable of reaching balls most players would deem unreachable. Oh man, why am I such a child? Hello, Sergeant S. Dog. Hello there. How are you doing today? If you add that to his incredible stamina, somebody's incredibly aggressive net play was also boosted by his sudden addition of a highly defensive baseline play. Due to that, he could just leisurely stay back whilst looking for an opportunity to attack. There were no traces of his gung-ho aggressive play left in him. Such a style is not all that uncommon nowadays. Dedicated serve and volleyers are rare to see in modern tennis to begin with. Most players would go for a more balanced, experienced approach. That's why I had such a great sense of discomfort when we first started playing. To put it simply, the image I had of Senpai's tennis was completely different from his current style. He has indeed changed a lot over the past few years. Still, I refuse to lose to someone who has conceded the initiative. It is a matter of principle. Even if I'm behind, the only thing I can do is attack. That's the only style I can play. My first serve goes into the net. While logic would dictate that I have to lower the difficulty of my next serve, my mind also comprehends that would be no good. If it's not good enough to be an ace or at least close to it, then it will certainly get countered. That's something I simply cannot allow. This time I decided to be more aggressive, going for a wide flat serve. He has difficulty reaching the ball and ends up sending it closer to the center. Despite my advantage, the longer we keep battling it out in ground strokes, the clearer it becomes that I have no hope of winning it in the long run. Look at all the freaking things on the freaking board. I can't even keep up. No, it's okay, Sergeant S. Dog. I completely understand, because there's a lot of YouTubers I like to follow. I like Oogie Cookie and Deckerlink. I watch their streams a lot and their videos and streams a lot. Visual novels, but if it's like a furry visual novel that I really plan on playing for the channel, like, I avoid them. That's why I'm really watching as many YouTube videos as I normally watch. Yeah, that's fine, Sergeant S. Dog. Thank you for stopping by, though. I'm glad you even came over. I really appreciate it. I really love even you coming just for a minute or two. It's really makes me happy. Thank you. It's already a miracle that I managed to close the distance between us so as to pressure him like this in only just a week. When I thought about that, I really didn't want to lose. Morisaki Senpai attacked my backhand with a rapidly rising topspin shot. Unable to hit the ball properly, I ended up hitting it outside the court. 40-30. Crap, this is tough. This match has been super high-paced to start to begin with. Even though this is just the first game, I'm feeling incredibly tired already. I'm sure all the accumulated fatigue isn't helping any. By all accounts, I'm in the worst possible physical shape right now due to all the fatigue. Excuse me. Still, I've gotten to a point where I can properly fight it out with him. Now it's not so easy to say who will win. I have a chance. I managed to make it through with a flat shot aiming close to his body. His return was just shallow enough that I could go for another acute angle towards the other side of the court to score the point. Game Michima 1-0. Morisaki Senpai nods approvingly and we quickly switch courts. He seems rather satisfied with someone who's just lost a game. In the corner of my eye, I can see that K-kun has arrived and has begun to warm up with Sasuke-san. If I weren't busy with my own match, I would definitely want to watch theirs. I would want to watch theirs too. Senpai sets himself up to serve. I mentally prepare myself, running a simulation of his serve in my head. After the first day of matches, Mikado Sensei managed to get us a few tennis radar guns to measure the speed of our shots. Over the past week, Senpai's fastest serve clocked at 210 kph, kilometers per hour, with his average being at 189. My fastest serve was in comparison only 192 kilometers per hour, with the average of about 175. It was easy to see where I failed to compare. To make up for my lack of speed, I had to tighten my course to use much riskier shots. As a result, I've had almost 5 times more double faults than usual. Not only that, his serve was much faster than that of the average player in the U18. If I can get used to them, it'll surely help me in the future. Senpai served, shooting up a fast, flat shot to the center. While he has defensively started to use spin shots more often after going to America, he still favors power over technique. We certainly are alike in that aspect. I somehow managed to return it, though it is weak. Senpai rushes to the net, try to respond in time, but he quickly puts it away with a drop volley. Yes! Coach whistles. You just clocked 210 on that serve just now. Really nice. I guess it won't be that easy to break him, huh? Neither his serve nor his spirit. The high pace of the game doesn't change at any point during the remainder of the set. By the time the score reached 6-5, I already feel like my legs were on fire. I really need to improve my stamina. In the end, it took everything I had to keep my serve while Senpai did the same effortlessly. Alright, it's time. Get back to the court, you two. These timers are the only thing keeping me rested enough to continue. And I still have to play Sasuke Sen after this? Somebody save me. We're all doing it. I think everybody's doing good. Murasaki Senpai gets in a position to serve, so I make my way to my own mark. This is my last chance to break him. Oh, speaking of other fellow YouTubers, fellow furry YouTubers, I really would love to get some voice practice with somebody. I really do. I really love doing these voices. I know I need a lot of work, but I'm getting better. I just would like some, some little tidbits to know how to improve. But the way I've been struggling, because I really have trouble. I really am having trouble today changing my voice. Some of my voices are okay, and some of them I just have trouble with. But the way I've been struggling to score, winning at a tie break would be pretty much impossible. Keep his spin serve in mind. I catch myself mumbling under my breath. It's all I can do just to react to his serve, then I need to start anticipating it. Have I really reached a point where I can't win without having to rely on luck? Oh no! Even if I could get the I did not expect that. That's bullshit. No, I didn't. No, that's bullshit. I did not expect that. What the hell? Can I go back? No. Can I go? Wait. Can I go back? Straight. I somehow chose to stay put, hoping that the ball will come my way. Even then, when the ball goes around towards the center, I'm left frozen in place, not even taking a step towards it. Murasaki Senpai looks at me in shock. Wait, did I do something wrong? Oh no, what did I do? Oh no, we're cheating. I'm getting this right. I still myself deciding to go for the wide serve. Even then, when the ball goes toward the center, I'm left frozen in place, not even taking a step. No! 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 I'm getting this. My instinct screamed me to go for the center. I pour every ounce of my remaining strength to the legs and go for it. I'm also surprised when yes, there we go. No, I was like, it's bullshit. No, I was like, you can't do that. Basket, you son of a bitch. How dare you put quick time events in my tennis game? In my tennis visual novel. I'm gonna hurt you. I am honestly surprised when my racket makes contact. Go for it. I'm also surprised. Yes, there we go. No, it's bullshit. Murasaki Senpai gasped in shock. He was like, gasp! I put all my power into returning the ball to the opposite side of the court. For a second, Senpai freezes. When he finally starts moving, it's already too late. The ball I returned paints the end line and scores me the point. 15-0. Yes! Even coach is completely stunned. I'm honestly surprised as well. I hate that I had to rely on my own luck for that return, but I'm thanking every single god that I know of that I was able to guess it right. Murasaki Senpai readies his next serve. Even if I did get that one serve, the reality of the situation hasn't changed. I would have to repeat that 3 more times to win the game, doing so without allowing him to score. No matter how I look at it, it's impossible. But if it's the only way to win, there's nothing else I can do. Crap, I lost my focus. He's already serving. This is bad. Wham! The ball flies straight into the net. Fault! Did he just make a mistake? Murasaki Senpai seems somewhat shaken. What just happened? Could he be? Senpai immediately prepares to serve again. His whole body looks tense. His face is scrunched up in a look of anger. The ball hits outside of the serve zone. Double fault. 30-0. Uh-oh. Oh, is he getting angry? Dude, I don't know, because I was like, I've never played, for one, I've never played tennis. Like, I don't know how Basket wrote all this tennis lingua, because I could not do this. And that is why stories I write will not have sports in them, because I can't write about stuff like that. Huh? What just happened? I can try to play sports, but I definitely cannot watch or talk about sports. Could this be an unforeseen consequence of my return ace just now? I see, of course. I was so focused on how much he had improved that I forgot. Even though he's a pro, Morisaki Senpai has only just joined the Major Tour. He doesn't have all that much experience over me, so of course he's still unused to dealing with such adverse scenarios. He knows just as well as I do that the first point is the most important in a game. It sets up the whole pace for that game. If the point is suddenly taken from him with a return ace of all things, he's bound to suffer from severe mental stress. And now that I think of it, even though he was clearly the better player, he spent the whole week seeing me catch up to him bit by bit, tenaciously returning his shots. It's reached the point where I can even push him around. Of course something like that would be stressful. No matter how good you are, how unflappable you may be, no one can stay composed for that long. So this is my way out. I just have to take advantage of Morisaki Senpai's current stress to win. He readies his next serve. I can tell you that he severely lowered the difficulty. This time the ball goes in, but it's so slow that I have an easy time catching up to it. Normally I'd return to the furthest point of the court, but with the way he is right now, perhaps a body shot could rattle him even further. I decide mere moments before striking the ball, sending it flying right towards Morisaki Senpai. He freezes for a second, and he's too sluggish. He manages to move out of the way, but can't position himself properly. His shot hits the net. 40-0. Even coach is astonished. A body shot is normally all that effective. Its main purpose is to add stress to your opponent, and even then, it isn't all that successful. But used against someone who's already out of their game, Morisaki Senpai grasps his racket tightly and lifts it up into the air. For a second, it looks like he might smash it into the ground. But he stops. He puts a hand to his chest and breathes in deeply. 15 seconds. Coach calls the time. If Morisaki Senpai takes 10 more seconds to make his serve, he'll be issued a warning. Morisaki, it's a warning, you know? Morisaki Senpai ignores him. He just stays rooted to his spot, breathing deeply. If he's using his warnings right now to fix his altered mind state, then am I in trouble? Morisaki, it's a time violation now. I'm issuing you a fault. Morisaki continues to ignore him. What is he doing? 15 seconds. 10 more seconds until he issued a double fault. If that happens, I'll be winning the game. Morisaki Senpai opens his eyes and moves to his spot, signaling the coach that he is ready. He grips the ball in his hand and tosses it to serve. Wham! It's fast. It's unbelievably fast. I can't even react to it. The ball just soars past me. What? Coach gasps. When I look over, I see him gaping, holding the radar gun. 225 kilometers per hour? What? That's 15 kilometers per hour over his previous best. Oh, really? Then it just might be a personal best. Nice. And Morisaki Senpai doesn't seem the least bit surprised by it. He turns to stare at me and our eyes make contact. That look. That's the same look he gave me during our first match, right before his play had a serious level up. I haven't seen that look before that match or since. Could this be? It looks like you're in a pinch now. Gah. Kenma Sasuke appears right behind me, scaring the crap out of me. Sasuke-san, what are you? I look a little to the side and see Kisuke standing next to him, looking grumpy. Our eyes meet for just a second and he looks away. Is their match already over? Wait, what do you mean? Why am I in a pinch? He looks at me with a disinterested look. Is this guy always so dispirited? I'm sure even that you can tell. Kato's switch has been flipped. I doubt you can handle him when he's like this. Wait, are you saying he hasn't been playing seriously so far? No, he's definitely been serious. He isn't the type to play around, but sometimes he just seems to play even better. His reactions improve, his shots suddenly have more weight, his legs seem to carry him even faster. It's enough to overwhelm even me. He would certainly be ranked much higher if only he could play like that every game. Wait, you're kidding, right? You're telling me you can play even better than before? Then what was the meaning of everything I did until now? Are you saying I can't win anymore? No way! Hey, Kenma, what the hell are you doing? Bystanders aren't supposed to be interrupting the match. Yeah, sorry about that. Tetsuki-san turns to me one last time and his face looks very grim. Good luck. You're gonna need it. No way. Once I got back to my position, play resumes once more. Sasuke-san's words keep echoing in my head. Could Murasaki-senpai improve that much? Is that sort of thing even possible? Murasaki-senpai tosses the ball into the air and immediately hits it way before it has finished rising. A quick serve. Crap, I'm completely caught by surprise. There's no way I can return it. The ball hits the wide marker just like before. I'm left astonished. 228 kilometers per hour. You've really outdone yourself now. 40-30. I wasn't expecting a quick serve of all things. Shit, I have to find a way to turn this around. The flow of the match that was swaying my way is now completely turned to the opposite direction. If I don't do something fast, You alright, Mia? Yes, I'm sorry. Ready when you are. Crap, this isn't the time to be standing around in a daze. I have to do something. For now, just focus on his serve. Engrave his image in my eyes. Read every detail of it. If I can react even 1 second, 1 millisecond faster, then surely... Huh? What's this? What is this feeling? Everything... My eyes began to focus much faster than before. My vision just became much clearer. I could see Senpai moving with such clarity. It's going to be wide. What is these guys are superhuman. These basket. Why do you have these guys are superhuman. I'm telling you. My body starts moving on its own. Before I notice it, I'm at the ball's destination before it has even passed the net. Gah! I can hear something I shouldn't. With all the blood rushing to my head, I swear I can hear him gasping in surprise. Honestly, I'm just as surprised as you are. But my body has a mind of its own. I swing with all I've got and hit the ball back with a wide. The ball escaped to the side with a slice, its low bounce making it even more difficult to reach. What the? I hear Kenma-san's gasp. This is the most emotion I've heard in his voice all day. Senpai dashes to the ball and somehow manages to hit it over. Still, I can easily reach it. My body moves before I even have to think. What is going on with me? I hit the ball back and a rally ensues. Senpai and I are locked into a match of ground strokes. This is odd. I can tell that he's reacting faster than before, but I can still keep up. Anime dog, we don't have to... I'm serious! This is literally anime at this point. For some reason, even though it was easily overwhelmed before, we are now on even footing. My body feels much lighter than before, and I seem to be reacting much faster now. Dude, it's that adrenaline! This has to be more than adrenaline. What is this? Somebody cuts into one of my shots with a slice and tries to go towards the net. I react almost instantly and return the ball with a deep lob. He has to jump back to reach, but ends up struck on the baseline again. As long as I keep him from coming up, I should be able to handle him. Still, this fast pace is exhausting. I'm not sure I can keep this going for long. How long has this rally even lasted? 20 shots? 30? I'm not even sure anymore. Senpai goes towards the ball and gets ready for another slice. Is he gonna try and reach the net again? Wait, something about his posture is off. There it is again. What is this? I'm almost straining my eyes, but I can make it out. He's not going for a slice, it's a fake. He's going for a drop shot. Oh shit, no! I start running before the ball is even hit. My body immediately reacts to what I see. I surprise even myself with how fast I went. I managed to reach the ball and instinctively tap it over. I return the drop shot with a drop shot. When I look up, I see that Murasaki-senpai was late on his reaction. Please score! Murasaki-senpai jumps with all his might, his chest hitting the floor with a sounding thud. Still, he's a second too late. The ball taps twice, scoring me the point. Oh! Yes! We won! Yes! Everyone goes silent for just a second. It's like everyone's voice gets stolen. No one dares to make even a sound. Yes! I lift my fist, punch the air with all my might. The crowd erupts in cheers, nearly making me deaf. Game, set, and match won by Michima, 7-5. Oh my gosh, we won! Yes! Yuichi won! Oh my god! I actually got excited for that. I can't even imagine that was like an anime. Yes! Good job, Yuichi. Man, Yuichi, how was Yuichi so good? It's only been a week and he's better than a pro? This bullshit. Some bullshit. As expected, I didn't stand a chance. I could barely even move, let alone play a full set. In the end, I could only take one set from Morisaki Senpai, and I never managed to beat Sasuke-san. Wait, what? I'm confused. I thought he would. Keikun had it even worse. His best score overall 122 sets was losing by 6-3. The girls, on the other hand, did super well. Sai actually managed to win 10 of her sets. We really do suck in comparison, huh? Coach had us get together to thank the gods for their help. With this, our 1 week intensive training program is over. Everyone was chatting excitedly. I hope I get to play with you again sometime soon, Misaguchi-san. That was Katie Shina, currently ranked 421 in WTA and winner of the All Japan Junior 2 years ago. I can't wait for us to play again on a big court with a big audience, Senpai. The girls seem to be getting along remarkably well. Wait, did we still lost? I thought we won! I'm so confused right now. Wait, I thought we won, but apparently we didn't win. Apparently we lost. I don't... Sure, coach. Sure, coach. I'll make sure to pass the message if I see him. Also, where Moriyami is concerned. Seems like Coach still treats Morisaki Senpai as a student, even after he became a well-established pro player. The timing for your drop shot is too slow. You're giving your opponents ample time to react. You should try fixing that. Yeah, anything else? I can't be sure if those two are having a conversation or fighting. I really can't believe they've been here for a week. I'm a wreck and can barely stand, yet I feel oddly satisfied. Oh, Yuichi! Ah, crap, but Morisaki Senpai. Next time I won't lose, you'll see. So I guess we did win! You won over 40 sets and you're upset about this? Oh, he only won one, okay. You won over 40 sets and you're upset about the single set you lost? Who says I'll let you? Still, these things are okay every once in a while. The guys say goodbye to us one last time and leave for their van. This week really went by in a flash, huh? Oh man, that was exciting. I like that. I feel a little cheated. Jun-kun is walking next to me as we head home. Since Suichi said today's practice was still going for a while, Jun-kun and I ended up going home together. He apparently lives close by. I thought I'd get to see a bunch of matches, but it ended up being just 2 sets. Didn't you watch Keikun's matches as well? I did, but I couldn't pay attention to both matches at the same time, could I? Plus, yours was more fun to watch too. To think you would actually win that set against Morisaki-san. My heart was beating so fast with excitement. I can't help but laugh. Jun-kun is so easy to get along with. He sets my mind at ease. As long as I can deal with his bouts of Axis energy, he is really nice to be around. Well, I did try my hardest, so I'd get the win. Jun-kun laughs too. Aww. So wholesome! So wholesome! I'm not used to playing a furry visual novel. That's so wholesome. It's so beautiful. June is such a precious boy. So wholesome. I'm not used to playing. That's so wholesome. We finally reached my house. I can't even begin to describe how relieved I am that my legs didn't give out on the way over. Damn it! Basket, what are you doing to you? You're making me want to be more active now. More like physically active now. Now I just want to go out and play some stuff and be more active. Is this it? Yeah, wanna come in? No, I'm fine. See you next week. See ya. Oh. Sweet AC, thank God someone left it on. I drop my bag on the floor and immediately fall down on the couch. I'd like to go to my room, but there's no way my legs can carry me upstairs right now. Home already? Hey, Iki, I'm exhausted. Could you grab me a bottle of green tea? I can, but I thought you hated green tea. I do, but I can't ignore that it helps my body relax and recover. If you say so, be right back. I sit upright on the sofa and let myself relax. Oh, I love his shirt. Believe in yourself. Yes, everyone, saving that picture. Believe in yourself. Aki hands me a small green bottle and sits next to me. Is that special training of yours over? Sweet, refreshing liquids. Yeah, Senpai and the others have already left for America again. How did it go? Did you manage to win something on the last day? Of course I have been keeping Aki up to date on my daily scores. I actually managed to take a set from Morisaki Senpai, though it was mostly luck. Wow, awesome, you actually won against the pro? Like I said, it was only a set, I still won all the others. Yeah, but it's still progress. Can't really argue with that. By the way, Aki, why did you come home so soon? Oh, the club was closed today. We're using our court space to host a junior tournament. Oh, if I had known, I might have tried participating. Though that would be impossible considering how tired I am right now. Aki looked at me in expectation. So Anika, will you be able to come on Sunday? What? Right, Aki's club is having a little gathering for the younger players' benefit. Sure, I'll go. I just can't promise I'll be able to do much. My whole body hurts. It's fine. They'll probably will just ask you to show a few shots and that will be it. Really, it shouldn't take long. Okay then, I guess I won't worry about it. I gathered my courage and decided to climb the stairs towards my bedroom. I love my bed. Just lying down in it, I could already feel myself getting drowsy. It's a good thing I showered before coming home. I was waiting till the end of the day. We're gonna stop here. I know everybody's excited, but we're gonna stop here. I think it's a good time to stop. Alright, everyone. I am loving this visual novel. It's so good. I love it. Oh, and everybody's so great. I love Jude. I love Kisuke. I love freaking Suichi. I still don't know. It's so many choices. I don't know. They're all so great. Man, this is a really good, it's such a good visual novel. I'm so glad I decided to finally start playing this again. But like I said, alright, first let me save. We're gonna stop here. So anyway, everyone, I know I love it. What does everybody else think about it? Are we liking it? Also, again, I am sorry about the voices. I don't know what it was up with today. I couldn't really remember a lot of the voices. I had to go back and look at some of them. The voice was just all over the place today. And it's not like I have a sore throat. It's all over the place. But I want to know what everybody thinks about this so far. Of course, like usual, descriptions down below. If you're interested in downloading the visual novel for yourself, there's descriptions down below. Please, please, please support Basket. Support these indie developers. It's really good. I highly recommend playing this. And supporting on his Patreon if you can. But with that being said, really loving this. Really, really, really think the interaction with the characters is very believable. Oh, thank you, Zachary. I know. I'm sorry, Lost Fire. It's been about we're hitting the 2 hour. We hit over the 2 hour mark, and we did 2 days this stream. I think that's a good time to stop. I don't want to go too far. But like I said, really enjoyed this. Before I go, like I always like to say, if you're interested, feel free to like, comment, and or subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I also would like to say the comments that I would like to see down below is who is currently your favorite boy and why. Now that we got a little more of Kisuke's personality, I'm very curious to see what people say. Please no spoilers though. The best of your ability, you can kind of hint at stuff, but please no like actual spoilers. Because there's some people that haven't played this yet. I'm still pretty early in the game. I don't want to spoil itself. I want my interactions to be open and honest with you guys, because that's what I'm here for, to be honest and open with you guys. I love doing this stuff with you. You have no idea. It makes me so happy. I love doing these videos. I love doing the pre-recordings. Yeah, I was going to say Lost Fire. This game has a lot of dialogue. The 2 days was killing me. My throat's starting to hurt now, actually. No. Comment down below and comment down below later when this is actually posted on YouTube. But give you a quick input of my schedule. I will be going to work today finally. I go tomorrow. My streams might be a little less, but I will continue to produce as many pre-recorded videos as possible. I will probably do a pre-recorded video tomorrow that I will upload. I'm not sure. It's either going to be more Familiar Travels, which I'm really enjoying too. I really, really highly recommend you watch me play that. Voices are a little better for that. My voices are a little better for that game. Either I will do an episode of Familiar Travels or I'll do another episode of Chemo Coliseum. I'm going to debate which one I want to do. But besides that, what's today? Today is, it's like the early week. Definitely later this week, I will be streaming more Adastra. We will at least have an Adastra stream. And I will stream extracurricular activities. And we'll have a few pre-recorded videos for you guys. But I do want to say to everyone that enjoyed, I hope that everyone enjoyed this. Thank you so much for the support. As I always remind you guys, you are a huge push in my life to keep going. I can't tell you how much you are a big push for me to keep continuously improve in voice acting and continue to produce these videos. All of you have been a wonderful support, and I really wish there was more I could do for you to thank you. Then, you know, the only thing I can do is keep posting more of these videos and more of these streams for you guys, because I really love doing them, and I really love interacting with the community. But anyway, that's pretty much what's planned for this week. I hope that everyone has a beautiful day. A beautiful night in my case. It's getting pretty dark. And with that being said, thank you for being part of the Fallen Pack. Oh! And I'll see you all next time. Take care of yourselves and be safe. Bye.